Good morning, Sight Giver. Good morning, Miss JUK. Good morning, Miss V. So good to see you. C Love, good to see you. Good morning. Bridget in the DMV, good morning. Kim Blue, good morning. Hello, how are you? Good to see everyone. Happy Tuesday morning to you. So grateful for your presence. Our question for today says, it's our conversation starter. When you clean up, do you use music as a motivator? Good morning, Brooklyn baby. How are you? When you clean up, do you use music as a motivator? Good morning. Hopefully I can get rid of these little fuzzies. There we go. How many of you use music as a motivator? Put a 1 in the chat if you were part of the Saturday morning cleanup crew. Household chores, yeah. Makes it more enjoyable, right? You sing along, you get it done. It's an excellent way to push through a challenging activity. Good morning, Tab Gilbert. Very good. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Good morning, Avery. Happy morning to you. So we're going to step into this meditation pretty quickly because it was a little bit longer. And let's jump to our focus statement for today. Our focus statement says, today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Our fun fact for today says, the secret to living an abundant life is contentment. Contentment makes you feel rich regardless of your circumstances. Paused a little there because there's so many stories that align with contentment for me. Most of my life, I felt like I couldn't get to where I was content because I was looking for contentment outside of myself. But when I found contentment within is when everything began to change. So it's very important that you take time with just yourself each day to make you happy, because it's no one else's job around you to make you happy. Our parents try in making themselves happy to make an environment that's happy for you too. And yet we grow up with a certain sense of independence as one of our desires and moving on to do something more than what we experienced as times change and things get easier, supposedly, right? But we look for things on the outside so quickly and forget about contentment on the inside. So I hope you've turned that around and you are seeking inner contentment, joy, and happiness so that abundance will grow all around you. Let's take a look at our affirmations. I attract miracles into my life. I am worthy of what I desire. Allow everything to be as it is. I am aligned with my purpose. I always have enough money. I accept and receive unexpected money. I am confident in my own skin. I am a beautiful person inside and out. I am aligned with the energy of love. I have come this far, and I can keep going. I am confident inside and out. I spent over 40 years working from the outside in, thinking that I had to align my inner parts with everything that was going on outside. I looked for reasoning and understanding and fitting in to be normal when didn't understand I was created to be anything but normal, and that it was okay to honor my existence even if it didn't line up the same way as everyone else's. We so often question the way we are as if that isn't the way we are supposed to be. I remember getting myself all geared up to argue with God about it. And he was so patient. He just kind of waited for me to come around to the understanding that's how I did that on purpose. You better rock with it. You better find contentment with it. You better be bold with it. You better be confident in it. I did that on purpose. So don't try to fit in. Be you. And it stuck. Good morning, AG. Good morning, Yolanda Butcher. Good to see you. Katora Paget. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome back. Miss P. Smitty, good morning. Welcome to everyone. Shout out to everyone that got to see something different yesterday from wherever you were. If you got to observe the eclipse yourself, if you were in the region for it, if you got to observe a percentage of it, if you got to share in the magic and joy of everyone coming together, at least in the belt line of the shadow. Just for a moment, everybody could get along. No matter where you were in the world, it was a sight to see. So if you got to see any part of it or be a part of it, drop a 1 in the chat. I sat out on the driveway. Would be the last time to see an eclipse with my mom. It's very nice to share that with her. To see her childlike excitement about yet another phenomena around us. Let's start today's meditation. Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Shout out to Misty Boo for writing out all the affirmations. Shout out to Sight Giver, shout out to Miss JUK, shout out to DJ Purpose for holding down the chat and making hospitality a reality in a virtual space. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Let's jump in for today. It's time for Mindful Moments Meditation with DJ Classics. Welcome to this Mindful Moments Meditation series with DJ Classics. Hello there. Welcome back. For the next several weeks, we will spend time in daily meditation, focused first on enhancing our personal growth for the mind, the body, and the soul. Next, we will make efforts towards discarding thoughts, practices, and items that are no longer useful for our day-to-day living. And later in the month, we will make room on the inside and the outside of ourselves, both emotionally and physically, for the things that bring us joy and clarity. Let's begin today's meditation by finding a comfortable, quiet space to meditate that is also free from distractions or interruptions for the next few minutes. Today's spring cleaning meditation was written and created by DJ Classics. Session 6. Use what you've got to get rid of what you don't want. Our focus statement for today says, "Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less." Our mantra for this month is Saka, purity, cleanliness, clearness. Let's find a comfortable spot where you can relax and let all of your stresses go. Close your eyes or focus on one spot in the room. Begin to roll your shoulders slowly forward and then slowly back. Lean your head from side to side, lowering your left ear towards your left shoulder and your right ear towards your right shoulder. Relax your muscles. Your body will continue to relax as you meditate. Observe your breathing. Notice how your breath flows in and out. Make no effort to change your breathing in any way. Simply notice how your body breathes. Your body knows how much air it needs. Now, sitting quietly, seeing in your mind's eye, observe your breath flowing gently in and out of your body. I remember kindergarten as this fun and amazing fairy tale space with brilliant colors, counter to ceiling windows, and the smell of creation blended with whiffs of pencil sharpenings, crayons, glue, and homemade lunches. I remember my amazing teacher whose skin matched mine, who wore colors that matched a fall palette. She taught me an amazing lesson. Hold the scissors with the blades inside your hand and not pointed open whenever walking with them. I'm not sure why I was walking down that hallway with scissors that day, but I will never forget the feeling she was giving me advice to protect me and keep me safe. Early education lessons are often filled with life lessons. I don't remember really learning anything in all of my years, though, that would help me become a more organized adult manage my finances or take care of a baby. The closest I recall was a middle school home economics class where we practiced signing our names when writing checks. Sadly, my hearts to dot my I's were frowned upon. Stepping into adulthood brought with it a myriad of new responsibilities: marriage, parenting, and running a household while working full-time and part-time jobs too. Left a very limited time for cleaning and keeping things organized. Day-to-day living at a rapid pace leaves room for the basics and not much else. For some, single parenting spreads time even thinner, especially with multiple children. Some days, I wish for the simplicity of kindergarten, especially nap time. With growing children in the home, creating order is especially necessary as sizes continue to change rapidly. Having systems in place at home can be challenging, especially with two adults with two different upbringings and established lifestyles. Finding a system that works for everyone and can be adhered to is one of the greater family challenges, and in some cases, crises. Points of crisis may mean danger for some, but for the more positive reference, one would need to call it a change point or opportunity. This is where mindset steps in. Much of what we hold on to is tied to emotional connection. Having too much stuff breeds confusion and disorganization. In this American lifestyle of gimme more and the bigger the better, there's not often a strategy in place for item removal. The same thing happens inside of us. We hold on to thoughts and experiences the same way and take much more in than we really should. Anxiety and sometimes depression step in when one is overwhelmed and indecisive. Learning to combat this type of emotional pressure requires time and expertise. Sure, we have magazines and TV shows that tell you about organizational system ideas, and we're shown the before and after results of a home makeover. But what is not shown is the angst involved in deciding what stays and what goes. Our senior adults and elders focused on breadwinning and family raising, much more than teaching organizational structures. I don't remember learning how to clean my room. I just was sent to do it. Having no tools to accomplish the task was like trying to prepare a hot meal with no heat. I spent most of my time looking at old pictures and mementos, got caught up in reminiscing, and never actually cleaned my room completely. I once watched my brother push everything under his bed. Then he made the bed so neat, my folks never checked underneath. Who can complete a task without direction? Who can do a job without lessons? What does an end product look like if it hasn't been envisioned? There is a big difference between knowing what you need to do and doing what you need to do. Saying I don't have time is a procrastinator's favorite excuse. In truth, there is always plenty of time for doing exactly what you want. After my senior year in high school, my dad announced that we'd be moving from Boston to a new town in Maryland. He gave me a few big boxes, and I packed up my entire room in 2 hours. I was ready before anyone else, and we still didn't move for the next 2 days. The day for your big event is coming soon. Should you choose to participate, you must prepare your mind in advance. The act of doing the task is the easiest part of the task. The decision about what to part with is the hard part. Take time to look around at everything you aren't using and don't really need. Then create lists in advance. If that will aid you in the process of completing your big event with speed. This advance act of faith will support that action phase of your big event. Plan ahead to release things and let go of the need to hold on to things that no longer work or serve you. As we prepare to spend time in meditation together, let's take a moment to review our focus statement for today. As we prepare to spend time in meditation together, let's take a moment to review our focus statement for today. Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Now we will begin our meditation to connect with the source from which everything flows. Please find a comfortable position, placing your hands lightly in your lap or at your sides, with your palms upward, and gently close your eyes. In this moment, go within to that place of inner quiet where we experience a connection to our higher self. Let go of all thoughts and begin to observe the inflow and outflow of your breath. With each inhalation and exhalation, allow yourself to become more relaxed, more comfortable, and more at peace. Our Sanskrit mantra for the month is Saucha. Saucha means purity, cleanliness, and clearness, all of which help to direct us towards living a pure and positive life. Our meditative period will begin and end at the sound of the bell. I'll watch the time while you meditate. Whenever you find yourself distracted by thoughts, sensations in your body, or noises in the environment, simply return your attention to your breathing and today's focus statement. Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Now, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, allow yourself to relax as we enter the silence. Please bring your awareness back into your body. Inhale and exhale, slowly and deeply. Take a big stretch from head to toe. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. As you continue your day, carry today's focus statement with you. Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Namaste. Welcome back, everyone. Namaste. Today's sharing went a little bit deeper. Asked you to stretch your mind around some processes that aren't always second nature to everyone. I hope that a spirit of contentment will be a part of your day today as you glide through one activity and then another. Some will be like habits, and some will be fresh and new. Some will be easy, and some will be challenges. But either way, a heart filled with a spirit of contentment is one that can glide through almost anything. Let's take a look at our questions for today. Welcome, Terica Bates. Good to see you. Dr. Dady Priest. Happy to have you here this morning with us. Thanks for joining. Question 1 says, take a moment and ask a parent, sibling, or close family member about what they remember about your cleaning strategy. Question 2. Use Google to find out what Marie Kondo says is the best way to categorize the tidying process with clothing. List those items when you find them in order. Question 3. Do you have an accountability partner who does not live with you to encourage you on the day of your big event? Welcome back, everyone. It's good to have you here. I love that book. It was like an answer to prayer. Like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I really didn't have a grasp on a way to do this in an organized, like one at a time kind of way that would work for me. And over time, what happened was this book helped me decide and work through the emotional places. It's the Magical Art of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. And I use it in conjunction with this series because it helped get the lead out, so to speak, to kind of get you moving faster and not get stuck. And thank you, Dr. Dady, for posting that in the chat. It says, begin with your clothes, then move on to books, papers. It's called kimono. It's all your miscellaneous things. And finally, sentimental items. Those are so hard to part with that they will halt the whole process. So it's easier if you make a little bin for that stuff to get back to last, because there's usually less of that than all the other stuff. And it's always best to start with clothing. And one of my big rules for myself personally, because you make your own as you go along, right? I had to find a way to let go of what I was not using. And so anything that I had not touched in a year, unless it had some thing about it that I just couldn't let it go. And I only had a handful of things that were like that. I had to let it go because it's taking up empty space that could be used for something else. And beyond that, it's sitting here not being used when someone else who would love it could be using it. And so I learned that if I took everything out, I would only put back what I really loved. And then, as Brooklyn Baby says, you'll always have clothing that you keep that brings you joy. So it's not hard to get dressed if only the good things are there. And when you let those other things go, it opens the door to abundance in other ways that it's hard to imagine it any different, but it makes such a big difference in your life when you make that shift. So I encourage you to find someone to hold you accountable and just take one day and knock it all out. It's fast, it's quick, and on the other side of it, you'll feel so refreshed. You'll know where everything is. It's like doing inventory. Nobody ever really likes doing that in a retail store, but it's purposeful and necessary. And so this helps you personally at home. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed our time together. Sorry we went over a little bit, but I look forward to seeing you again. Actually, I'm getting ready to play at 8 o'clock on Soul Train. It's my once a month opportunity to be on that raid train on Twitch. And then I'm not sure about this afternoon. I'm actually thinking about headed over there shortly and starting, so stay tuned. Hope you have your notifications on for YouTube and for Twitch, so you'll know when I go live and you can hang out with me. Usually in the afternoons, I just play music to kind of get you through the day. Nothing too heavy, nothing too fast. Hey, Kismet J, how you doing? Hey, Devonay. Good to see the family. Shout out to Miss JUK, Sight Giver, Misty Blue, and DJ Purpose. So glad to have y'all here. So glad to have your support. And thank you for making the chat a space where people can come and sit back, relax, and enjoy themselves. Everyone have a wonderful Tuesday, and I hope to see you over on Twitch. Take care. Have a good one. Today, I will give myself time to learn how to operate abundantly with less. Namaste.